Gigi, come here. Don't touch the camera. Gigi, come here. Gigi, no, not the tripod. Leave the tripod alone. Gigi, come here. Your mother is unstable. Now let's calm down. Calm down. No. So last time we did this, my biggest problem was how much I hated my hair. It's always nice to have your problems put into perspective and to realize that they don't matter at all. So anyways, whether the end is nigh or not, I'm not gonna sit and think about that. What I am gonna do though is think of all of the things that I've kind of have on my bucket list and try to check a few things off before I'm not able to do that. This is so morbid, this is so dark, but like I've always wanted to write a book. I attempted to do that a few years ago and then kind of gave up. When I was younger, I just wrote a lot and I read it yesterday. It was so bad. I need to overcome my personal insecurities about the fact that I don't come from like an academic background and I don't have like a particular talent when it comes to forming words and sentences, and just realize that I don't have to be the best to do something that I really want to do and I really enjoy doing. Bigger idiots than me have written and published books, and those books have done surprisingly well. So yeah, the purpose of this video is to inspire you to pursue the things that you're passionate about. Unless that thing is murder, then don't. Yeah, I hope I inspire you to overcome your insecurities and your anxieties over not being enough, and to kind of push you to stop postponing doing the things that you love to do. And it's also like kind of a motivator for me to do that as well, because I want to write, and I want to do it right now. The reason why I have decided to write a book in 1 week, sans cocaine, is because I am terrible at multitasking. So once I start doing a task that I'm super passionate about, I get kind of enthralled in it and I fail at everything else, which is why I've given myself like a very short time window to sit and just write the shittiest first draft, get it out of the way so I can get this story out of my system, and then I'll have months to kind of edit it and work it and improve it. But I need to get it down in 1 week. Another thing is that Endel is sponsoring today's video. I've worked with them before and they are just the perfect app to use for what I'm gonna attempt to do this week. So if you're having a hard time focusing on your daily tasks, studying, working, or if you're attempting to write a novel in 1 week, then you're gonna love this app. Endel combines science and cutting-edge technology with sound, resulting in real-time personalized soundscapes designed to help you relax, focus, and sleep. To help me with boosting my concentration and speed for this week's challenge, I listened to the Focus soundscape. A few other great ones are the Study and Create, but my favorite is the Deeper Focus soundscape that you'll listen to later on in the video. It's pretty trippy and it's perfect for when you're writing a moody thriller, or if you're a coder, or if you're investigating a crime. You can try Endel out by visiting the link in my description, and the first 100 people to download Endel will get a free week of audio experiences. Huge thank you to Endel for sponsoring today's video.
Baby girl is sitting on the radiator because it's nice and warm. Yeah.
This cat, man, we literally cuddle every night. Yes, I am exposing you because you like to be a bitch in front of the camera, but you're not such a bitch when it's nighttime and you're like, mommy, can I be the little spoon? And she literally crawls into my arms underneath the blankets, rests her head on my shoulders, and sleeps all night. Yeah, now she's like even turning her back on me. So a quick walk down memory lane before I start writing. Yesterday I was going through the stuff that I wrote when I was in middle school and I was just laughing my ass off. It's just embarrassingly bad, but also extremely hilarious. The first story that I ever wrote was untitled. It was inspired by, I think it's Botticelli's painting of Aphrodite. And there's like a little corner in the painting of Zephyr and Chloris. Inspired by those two characters, I wrote a like 200-page fantasy novel. I never finished it. It didn't even get like halfway through. I made a map of the world. There was also this other story that I wrote afterwards in 2006. It was called Escaping from Erewhon. Erewhon is nowhere, spelled backwards. That was very creative of me. This is the book cover. Oh boy. Here, I'm a child when I'm writing this. This one is written by an extremely pissed off teenager. I wish you could all read this and laugh along with me and make fun of me with me, but it's honestly equally funny to read it as it is painful. One thing that I did find when I was going through like my short stories that I wrote when I was usually in class and bored, this one was written in like 2006 and it concerned me a little bit. I could hear the female voice with a horrible English accent from the speakerphone. Omonia, please mind the gap between the train and the platform. I really forced myself not to start thinking about what would happen if someone actually did not mind the gap. As the train begun, the female on the speakerphone was back. Please keep the windows open for protection of the new flu. I couldn't help rolling my eyes. This was what it had come to. The future caught up with me, like in a sci-fi movie. Sirens howling, presidents declaring the unleash of a deadly virus, people hiding in their homes. It would all be understandable if there really was a threat and it all was not just another scheme of the pharmaceutical companies to sell drugs. Why did everything have to come down to drugs and money in the end? Teenage me said, fuck the pharmaceutical companies, this virus is not real. I was the OG corona denialist. This is so funny. The way that people are reacting to this virus is identical to the thought process of a 14-year-old girl. I love that for all of us. So I am now ready to start writing. The moment has come. I am sweating profusely, even though it's freezing in here. I've done like a lot of work beforehand. This is full of notes, and I've been working on these notes for the last month. So I have the story basically all set out, and I just have to write it. And that moment is now. Another thing is that I write only by hand. Writing is my off-screen time. Good morning. I have really bad news. Yesterday did not go well. I managed to do 3 of these A4 pages. That's really slow. And I think if I want to meet the deadline, I am gonna have to switch to writing on the laptop instead. I'd rather work on the computer and get it done quickly than have it take forever, you know.
Oh well. It is a beautiful day outside. A beautiful day. Sunny. Although the sun never touches the house because I'm not gonna get into it. It's like you can see that there's sun, you can see that the sky is blue, but the sun will never be seen inside the house. And that makes me feel a certain way.
Oh, there she is. The menace. My God. I can't stand the dog. I'm just gonna start writing now, I guess. So as I mentioned before, it took me about a month to develop the plot before I was ready to start writing. I used the snowflake method of developing a plot. So you start off by writing like a 1-paragraph synopsis of your story, and then you expand it to 1 page. And then you also write the story from the perspective of each main character. And you end up writing the story again and again so many times that you work through all of the plot holes, you work through issues the story might have that you haven't noticed before.
beforehand. After that, I also wrote all of the main events on post-it notes. And then I wrote all of the things that have to happen in order to lead to those main events on other little post-it notes. And I kind of organized them in the way that they not only make the most sense, but they also just make the story as climactic and interesting as possible. So yeah, that's basically what I did to prepare myself for writing the story.
I'm losing it. It's day 2 and I'm already losing it. Let me go back into my Buzz Lightyear uniform. Just give me a minute. I've written 8 pages and they're all terrible. Of course they are.
The time is 19 minutes past 6.
Page 11 of part 1. I have 8 more parts to go. Good morning, everybody. There's a little rolled up munchkin over there.
I am now on page 14.
And it was just snowing outside and it stopped.
Can you see it? Can you see the snow? This is pathetic. There's no snow. I need to stop lying to myself.
I am honestly loving this so much. It's not even bothering me that I'm looking at the computer anymore. Like, I get up in the morning and I'm excited to write. And it's been like a long time since I've done something that, wait, it's not.
Nope. It stopped again.
But anyways, it really is snowing now.
Okay, you can see it. Do you believe me now?
Coming up with a story was so much fun for me. And it's not even because I'm doing a video where I'm challenging myself to like write a book in a week, which won't happen. Absolutely not. It's not gonna happen, but I'm trying. I don't care about doing anything else other than writing this story. And wow, okay,
it is like super duper snowing right now. Super duper snow. Oh my god.
So the funny thing is that the original version of this story was something that I came up with because I wanted to practice writing. So I was like, let me just think of just a mediocre story that I won't have to waste a lot of time on and just use that to practice my writing. And then what happened was I became so enthralled in this story, and the more and more I developed it, the more obsessed I became with it, to the point where I personally don't think that there has ever been a greater story ever told. And I'm completely delusional about it. I recognize that. And I'm glad that despite me recognizing it, I still believe it's the best story that has ever been told. It's perfect. It's a perfect story for me because I mean, everyone has different tastes. But for me, this is the best story of all time. That's just it. Page 24. I am a f***ing beast. 28 pages, baby! I am losing my mind. What are you doing outside, little man? Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on, baby boy. Guten Tag, everybody! I didn't film anything on Friday and Saturday. It's Sunday now. I was like just so exhausted for no other reason other than just having to use my brain to write. I was starting to get really exhausted on Friday, but I kind of plowed through it and I wrote like my 10-page goal. Then yesterday was Saturday and I literally slept almost the entire day. I was so tired, I got sleep paralysis, which I haven't gotten in a long time. I don't know. I don't know if this is healthy for me, but I'm loving it. Yesterday was a really bad day, but today things are going so well. So yeah, let me show y'all. I am at page 61 now. Oh, by the way, we also do not have internet for the last few days because we had snow, and Greece is a third world country that when it snows or any mild weather phenomenon happen, this area loses its internet access. I am hoping that in the next 5 hours, I am able to write 9 pages and complete my 10-page per day goal. Will I have completed the book by today? No. No, that was not possible. I am only halfway through. I really thought it was possible to just write a novel. It absolutely is not, let me tell you that. The thing is, okay, let me kind of defend myself here and defend this mission, okay? Because the thing is, you should always be delusional, because when you have delusional goals, what you do is you achieve something a lot more than what realistic goals would be. So if I come here being like, I'm gonna finish a book in a week, I can totally do that. Clearly, I can't. But at least having set that goal, I managed in 1 week to write half of it, which is impressive in my opinion. Be delusional, set unrealistic goals for yourself, and watch yourself achieve more than you ever thought you possibly could. That's very inspirational. And write it down, please. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna sit my ass down. It's already sitting down. I'm just gonna sit here and plow through 9 pages in 5 hours. Let's see if that can happen. We did it. 7:30. I mean, I did it. I did all the work. You did nothing. I have now transcribed everything that I wrote on paper on Monday. So now it's a total of 75 pages in 1 week, 28,500 words, half of the book. I'd say this is pretty impressive. So I guess part 2?
Bebe. Bebe. Jijika. Gigi.
Gigi! Jesus Christ, man. I feed you. I take care of you. I cuddle with you at night. I give you kisses. I give you love. And you just treat me with contempt. Why, Gigi? Why? Why do you treat me with so much contempt? God, she is not even acknowledging my existence. If you like to be abused regularly, get a cat.